Welcome, true believers, to another episode of the Flip City Podcast. Your rad retro hosts are here. I'm Wayne.
And I'm Greg.
And we are here to talk about all things 80s, 90s, throwback, pop culture. We want to bring you the deep dives, the fun discussions, and the fantasy drafts with this nostalgic trip down memory lane, all while we, your Flip City Ghostbusters, bust the ghosts of boredom for you. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is the season. I was literally saying, this is the stretch of months that are my absolute favorite every year in life. It is, I'm so excited. We're wrapping up spooky season here.
This is heartbreaking.
On the Flip City Podcast, but man, it just keeps going and keeps getting better and better.
You're a big fan of the Burr months?
Yes. Oh, 100%. 100%. And living in Florida, it's not like I experience it like you do, but yes. I mean, like, this whole fall thing, like, I'm all about it. Like, I'm not a pumpkin spice guy, but I welcome it because it means it rings in that season. Does that make sense? Like, it's like,
yeah, I mean,
I'm not about it, but I support your right to have it.
You like the scent of pumpkin, right? You like the feel of the fall.
I do. Do you know what I am? You know what I am? I am I like the smell of like a fire burning.
Yeah.
Like I like like having like a little fire pit going on.
Yeah.
Maybe a hot apple cider.
Cider. Yeah,
so
I'm not the biggest pumpkin spice latte guy. I do enjoy the taste of pumpkin. My fall drink of choice from the Bucks is the pumpkin cream cold brew, which is next level.
Oh,
it's delicious.
Okay,
so if you're not liking pumpkin spice, but you want like a cinnamony hint of fall in a cold brew, give it a try.
Okay, I'm gonna throw down on that. I am typically a 365 day a year same coffee guy.
You drink the same cup of coffee the whole year? I
know. I just get a giant cup.
No, I'm a weirdo. I just drink, usually it's black cold brew for me. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that you know our orders,
send us some free coffee. That would be appreciated.
Send us some coffee. It'd be great if we had a sponsorship of some coffee. That'd be great.
Seriously.
I'm just saying.
Or soda too. What do you want? Give us something.
Soda. Yeah? I like a good soda. Yeah. I did try the Beetlejuice apple soda.
How was it?
I did try that. It was terrible. It was so bad.
Was it?
It was so
on
bad.
The retro regurgitation scale, what would it rank?
Oh, you know what? I should have done this live on the Instagram feed. Is what I really should have done. I did blow it.
You blew it.
Scratch this. We'll edit this out. I'll just go ahead and do it. No, I'm just kidding. It was it was repug. It was very repug. It was just very I could not.
Can I tell you that I got the complete opposite review? Because my son went to see Beetlejuice with his friend, and Beetlejuice with his friends, and they got the slushy, which I guess was the same flavor, and he said it was so great, it was so awesome. I was like, oh, okay, man.
But you know what? Things hit different when they're a slushy. So
I don't know, but he hit that. He had the slushy with the popcorn, which has never been my move. Like, no, give me a Coke.
He's also in junior high, which means that his stomach is lined with lead right now. Like, he can have anything.
God, gross.
I love it. So, dude, listen, we're at the tail end of this, and I was thinking about this last hurrah for spooky season, and one of the things I was just thinking was, we need a good old-fashioned monster draft.
It's the monster draft.
It's the monster draft. And so I was thinking about this. Here's the premise, okay? And then we're gonna have at it. I know this is just an excuse to talk about our favorite monsters and to debate and steal each other's choices and all this kind of stuff. But here's the deal, Greg. There's a city that needs to be destroyed, and you have to assemble the 6 best monsters to make it happen.
Oh, wait,
okay?
You gotta choose the best monsters? I just chose my favorite monsters.
But that's what but who would you want on your team? That's the thing.
I don't know. My team's gonna have some comedy, maybe some singing.
But you need it. Some singing. I want to know what singing monster you have. Okay, so this is the ultimate monster squad. This is the ultimate monster team. and we're gonna bat it out, and then we got some honorable mentions and all that, and so we're gonna duke it out right here, right now, for the draft.
Monster fights.
It's the. Do you have the coin?
No, because after the coffee last time, I figured we could just go with the Siri, and maybe we could just pretend it's Chuck E. Cheese.
How can we pretend it's coffee cheese?
All right. Give me a
Where
second.
did your coin go?
It's over there.
Oh, man. All right. Hold on. Please hold.
I'm going to flip it. Call it in the air, Wayne.
Okay, I'm calling heads.
Tails, you fool.
Oh!
25 cents to misery. That's what it is.
I really hate going second.
I can't wait because this kicks it into gear.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear who you pick. So, let's have it, man. Who's your first monster?
My first monster. He's a fun guy. He's coming in town for a little bit. He's a sailor. We're going with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, yes.
Because you know what? He's going to destroy a church in that town.
It's terrible, man.
No, he did it in the movie. It's okay.
I know. All right, so talk to me about Stay Puft, man. Why is he your pick?
Because he's adorable. He's made of marshmallows. If you light him on fire, it's like a great snack, too. And, he's just... This is probably, I've never been into, Godzilla or any of that stuff. And when I think of monsters that have destroyed cities, this is my number one in my mind. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walking through New York is tops for me. So it can't be that. I want to see people covered in marshmallow fluff. I want to see taxis getting stepped on. And like I said, if we need a snack break in between, you just bring some graham crackers and some chocolate, and you can make a nice little small off of his toes.
I just think that's kind of weird. You just can't. Don't be eating your monster. No, you can't do that. I love the idea of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I love the fact that he is a conjuring of the mind of race dance. Yeah. Literally, they all go, everybody clear your mind. Clear your mind. Don't think. And
oops.
The first thing he does is, I thought about the thing that brought me the most joy and comfort as a child.
Can I say that scene? What did you do, Ray? What did you do, Ray?
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Are you okay?
And then he comes out.
You okay, Egon? I'm frightened beyond rational thought.
I love it. All right. Well, so that's all right. That's a really good first choice.
I know it is. That's why I chose it.
That you came out with a heavy hitter. It's my turn. I'm going with mine. You know it. You love him. It's the most predictable first choice that I could possibly make for my monster squad, because he is the creation of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. He is the Frankenstein's monster. He's joining my squad. And yeah, man, when you think monsters, when you think about, the one chief top dog monster, I think of Frankenstein's monster every single time. He already, yeah, he's it.
I would say he's the tribal chief of the monster cinematic universe. We should acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me. I love that. Listen, Frankenstein's monster. I first met him back in 1992 when I visited Universal Studios, Florida.
We have a photo we could put in right now.
I probably do have a photo from childhood, but yeah, I mean, listen, he was it for me. I kind of feel like this is the thing when I feel about Frankenstein's monster, Greg. I feel like he's been with me my entire life, because he technically has. Since I was a kid, he would show up in the Monster Squad. He would show up in the Munsters, because Herman Munster is Frankenstein's monster.
What?
He would show up. Yeah. He's the actual guy. But it's just he would pop up in pop culture left and right. He would be in advertisements and all that. And it's when you close your eyes and you think monster, it's him. So that's it. He's the
selling you Doritos products. He's making you drink some Pepsi. I
That's
mean,
it.
and plus there's so many like iterations of Frankenstein's monster that are just cool, and like still today. And I'm sure I'm gonna get heat for this, but my favorite version of Frankenstein monster is voiced by Kevin James in Hotel Transylvania. I love it. I
I
love
was
it.
literally going to say that.
Love it.
I love it. His performance in Hotel Transylvania is chef's kiss. I love that
when he
version.
sees the fire, it just starts running. Sorry, I can't. So good.
Oh, all right. Number 2, Greg.
All right.
Who's yours?
Number 2, I'm gonna go. I was gonna take Frankenstein, but I'm just kidding. Frankenstein's monster. I'm going with a monster from a TV show that I love and a TV show that I enjoy watching. I'm going to take the monster from the Upside Down. I'm taking the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Yeah. Just staying in that 80s aesthetic, Craig. Just your whole life just gonna be an 80s thing.
So, you notoriously have told me you are not a D&D player. You were not a Dungeons and Dragons player growing up.
No, not at all.
Okay, took you a while to think about
Sorry.
that. So that was the thing to me, is like when Stranger Things opened up, and it started with that Dungeons and Dragons game, it immediately took me back to like when I was in junior high.
Yeah.
And that's when my buddy in junior high, he started showing like we started playing Dungeons and Dragons and every other role playing game. But when they said it was the Demogorgon, it literally like it clicked with me, because I was like, yes, like these weird, grotesque monsters that you would face, fighting this, and the fact that they literally just connected that entire adventure, especially that entire adventure in that first season, to Dungeons and Dragons was so much fun for me, to see that. And so I wish they kind of kept that up, but like I guess as you grow up, you kind of stop playing it, so they kind of did too. But
yeah, I never got into the Dungeons and Dragons or role playing games. So my first experience with the Demogorgon and was Stranger Things. So but it's a pretty gnarly looking monster. It's pretty crazy, and yeah, like seriously, it's like it reminds me of like the Spitter from Jurassic Park mixed with like an 80s. It's just all beautiful. So yeah, that's where we're going. We're going Demogorgon. Plus, in that season 4, when he gets the spear thrown in his face, that was pretty rad.
And the funny thing is, I like seeing like all the variations of the Demogorgon.
Yeah, the
like so, like
then you have the little Demogorgon slug, that Luke Dustin's walking around with. So
yeah. That thing is okay.
So
that's
cool.
gross.
So cool. What, the
I
slug?
love it. Yeah, that whole scene at the very end when Will just like coughs him up.
Oh yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that's more than your standard like upper respiratory infection.
I think that's one of those like fears that I don't know that I have.
You have a Demogorgon in your tummy?
Like stuff in your body, like things that go in your body, like that kind of stuff weirds me out. Like there's a scene in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, where they put an earworm in the guy in Chekhov's ear, and just that whole scene, as bad as it looked with 80s, special effects, it was still just so disturbing to me. I don't want nothing going in my ear, nothing in my nose.
All right, I'll put that on my movies of not to check out. Then
just watch that scene.
I've never seen Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw the one episode of maybe The Next Generation, but that's my experience.
That's completely out of your wheelhouse. Like any
I don't know,
any Star Trek.
No, I don't know. Yeah, there was Did you ever see the movie Fanboys?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever see how like the Star Wars kids are making fun of like the Star Trek kids?
Yes.
Okay. I was one of the Star Wars kids.
Yeah. I'm an everything kid.
Like
I literally was like, I gave everything a...
I saw that Star Trek movie with Tim Allen and Sigourney Weaver.
No, Galaxy Quest. It's a great Star Trek movie, though. I gotta tell you, I can't fault you for that. That's a really great one.
Dana Barrett and Tim the Toolman Taylor in space? Of course.
All right, we're still on number 2. Okay, number 2 for me is the king of the monsters. If I'm destroying a city, there's one dude I have to call to join the squad, and his name is Godzilla.
Oh, I thought you were going to go King Kong.
No.
You said the king.
King Kong. Yeah, but he's not the king. That's kind of weird. I know it's odd.
All right.
But the list isn't over yet, Greg. The list isn't over yet. This is number two. Number two.
Other acceptable kings, Lawler and Puka.
Will you stop? All right. Godzilla, the king of the monsters. Listen, Godzilla's been around for a very long time. Again, another monster that's literally been there my entire life. And, whether it is the old school, guy in the suit, Godzilla, or it is like the current iteration of Godzilla that's out in theaters and stuff now. Godzilla is it. I mean, literally the king of the monsters. Are you a kaiju guy? Have you seen many of the Godzilla flicks?
Big fan of the one where he fights the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It's my fave.
That should come. Technically,
I saw the Godzilla movie with Ferris Bueller in it.
Yes, the 1990.
Yeah, it had dope soundtrack. Yeah. That's my Godzilla experience. So, but my
it's a good standalone Godzilla movie.
Yeah,
like it's a fun.
It looked like
it's a fun
Jurassic Park of Chase,
But like Godzilla, man, King of the Monsters. That he does it for me. And if I had to pick like a version of Godzilla, I would probably pick the Godzilla from Godzilla -1. That's the flick that came out just this past year. It's like a Godzilla prequel-esque kind of thing. So it's
not the one where he's fighting the monkey.
No, not that one. I like it. I like those. But to me, man, that the Godzilla -1 is not just a great Godzilla movie; it's a great film altogether. If you're looking for a good movie, it's that one. But anyway, that's my number 2.
Put it on my checkout list.
Put it on your checkout list that you're not going to look at.
You never know.
All right.
You never know.
Number 3, Greg. Who's your third monster to join?
My third monster is a very Greg pick, and it's abiding by my rule of no rules.
Say it again. Say it right.
No rules, bro. This is maybe a shocking pick, but I'm going to take former WWE and WCW World Heavyweight Champion Kevin Nash, but as Super Shredder from Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because I saw him destroy a dock in that movie, so that's part of a city.
It is. Listen, if you got you gotta take care of the ocean areas. You got to make sure somebody's knocking all that stuff
and
down.
Also, based on the rules of monsters, I'm pretty sure him drinking like toxic ooze automatically makes him monster. So that's cool.
So talk to me about Super Shredder, man. Like Super Shredder is definitely one of those creations that deserved a better shot than it actually got.
Yeah, well, I mean, Super Shredder himself, like Shredder as a villain, very cool. Super Shredder as a villain, insane. Like, and we only got him for like a hot minute. And logistically, I'm not really sure how his outfit grew with him. Because based on everything I know, like in how the Marvel universe works, like the Hulk's pants don't grow with the Hulk. They like rip and stuff. So, but Shredder somehow his outfit turned into like a purple like skin suit. His spikes got huge. His helmet got bigger. And I don't care why, because he just looked so cool that I wanted to see more of him. And thankfully, to the console sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, I got some more Super Shredder in my life, because at the end of that game, Super Shredder is the big boss. So, which locked me in because it added more to the, the story of Super Shredder
mythos.
Yeah, he was like Jedi mind tricking and stuff. He was like teleporting in the game. I was like, damn, if he did this in the movie, with the turtles would have been dead. But it was cool. Yeah, so that was my so I'm going with Super Shredder from Secret of the Ooze. A too sweet choice. Yeah.
That's very hey, listen. very pro wrestling. Nice of you to add some pro wrestling to the to the list. So I'm very much in favor of that.
I hope you pick Shockmaster next.
No, but I did go very on brand for us next. Because you went with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in round 1. Round 3, I'm going with the Sorrow of Moldavia. He is Vigo. You are but the buzzing of flies to him. And I could not.
Are you going with Vigo the Carpathian, Vigo the Butch, Vigo the
Listen, I had to get some Ghostbusters in.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking about the ultimate Ghostbuster villain, could I have gone with the Boogeyman? Sure. Could I have gone with Garaka? Sure.
Just chill.
Sam Hain even. Maybe. But Fabio in the portrait, I literally should have brought my Vigo portrait out for this pick because listen, you need a wizard. You need some kind of magician on your team. And to me, Vigo is that. He is the one. He can inhabit other people's bodies. He could step outside of that painting, and he can cause some grief all around town. And so, to me, Vigo the Carpathian.
I mean,
is pick number 3.
That is a great pick, and it gives somebody that is running away from this guy the opportunity to tell him that he is has no brain in his mind, and he should be going to live the sweet life in San Fernando Valley.
I think, honestly, that Vigo on this team would be the talker. Like, he would be the guy that, he would just go on and on and on, and he would just give, the long speeches, and so that was
everybody's doing the work behind him, and he's like, oh, check this out. Do you like my...
I am the Sorrow of Moldavia.
I have, my head pops off, and I can put it in a painting.
Number 4, Greg. Who's your 4th monster?
As we get to number 4, I'm realizing that we went completely different directions in this draft because I guess I went comedy because I kind of want, I'm going with another one of the things that I love, and I'm taking Animal from the Muppets, and I want him running around saying, I play drums, I destroy CD, just running around trashing stuff. So is this grown up Animal or Muppet Baby Animal? No, it's gonna be grown up Animal, and with a technicality, I may take whatever happened to him, which made him grow super big in the Muppet movie.
Yes.
So I think visually, aesthetically, this is why I'm going with Animal, because I think my Avengers of monsters is hilarious.
I love it. Yes, he drank some of Bunsen Honeydew's growth serum, and here he is. He's growing large.
Yeah.
He's like your other growing monster. You got Super Shredder in there. You got Stay Puft in there. So you're definitely going for a tall team.
Wait a second. Did we just figure out a crossover? Was Bunsen Honeydew responsible? Did he work at TCRI? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he created the ooze.
Nice.
In my mind.
Okay, confirmed.
Oh, nice job. All right. Animal is a good monster. I like it. My guy. My next. Oh, I gave it away. My next pick is. You say his name once. That's okay. Say his name twice, and you're getting dangerous. But then if you say Beetlejuice, 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 it's showtime.
Didn't expect this. I expected you to go the Ghostbusters route where you're like, I'm just drafting the Universal Monsters because that's what I do.
No, man. This might be the left field pick, of all of them. But literally, if you're going to destroy a city, you're going to pick the best bio-exorcist in the biz. And so there he is, Beetlejuice. Now, I from childhood, I loved Beetlejuice. And just as a character throughout the rest of, my adolescent life, he showed up in Universal Studios with his stage show and his spectacular. He had that animated series that I wasn't a huge fan of, but
out of your mind, it's so good.
Well, it's good. I'm just saying, I wasn't it unfortunately came out like when I was like in late high school and early college, and so I didn't have the time. I'm actually catching up on it now on MeTV Tunes. And so,
I don't get that channel. We're gonna stop talking about them.
I know. I'm sorry, but I'm catching up on that now. But and then listen, Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice was just so much fun. He had the same exact screen time in the sequel as he did in the original, and every single time Michael Keaton was on screen as Beetlejuice, absolutely perfect. And so I'm a big fan. He's the ghost with the most, and he's on my team. What do you think, Greg?
I like that pick. He was on my list. I'm a little annoyed.
Oh! All right. Man. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it down.
It's okay, bro. I didn't see you picking Beetlejuice, but it's cool.
Stay Puft was technically on my honorable mentions.
Oh, be quiet.
Go for it. Number 5.
Let's continue this chaotic group of monsters that I'm having. And I mentioned that I wanted to have a singing monster early on, so I'm going to bring a monster from one of my favorite movies. And I guess I'm staying on that Tim Burton train with Wayne right now because he's made of maggots and stuff, and I'm taking Mr. Oogie Boogie. He's gonna come and he's gonna sing while everybody destroys your town.
Is he gonna be up high on the mountain
just
singing the?
You said Ego is your mouthpiece. I've got Oogie Boogie directing everybody, and we're destroying your laundromat. Now who's gonna get a hot dog? Nobody. It's literally what he's gonna be doing.
We're destroying your laundromat. Who's going to get a hot dog?
He's just destroying your shit. Yeah, there's a hot dog vendor obviously next to a laundromat. Don't you understand?
Oh, no. Where else would you put one? Right?
Yeah, on the corner. By the streetlight with the people.
Oogie Boogie.
Mr. Oogie Boogie.
Pick. All right. My pick. Okay, so I had to pick another character who's a monster that can help me like army build. Because here's the thing: if you want to really get some coverage on a city to destroy it, you really got to spread out. Like you really need to kind of get out there.
Like a scam.
And so, what I would probably do is I would pick somebody that, let's just say the destruction happens after midnight. Let's say at the beginning of that destruction, you begin to give everybody a snack and you feed them after midnight.
Oh, this is crap. Then you can't take the Gremlins.
Let's just say,
shut up. I'm so mad at you.
You start going into the water and they start. So on my team is Stripe from the Gremlins.
This is such a scam. This is such
And
crap.
then we multiply. A little bit of Stripe, and then we just begin to multiply and spread out and attack this city. It's just going to be so great. I'm just picturing Godzilla stomping through with little tiny gremlins running in between his legs, catching everybody else. Perfect. What do you think?
I'm pissed that I didn't think of this. I'm flawed because it's a great idea. And the visual is going to be awesome. But I am pissed that I didn't think of this first.
Can I just tell you? I thought for sure when you said Stay Puft, I thought you were going for the mini puffs. I thought you were doing the same thing.
No, I chose the mini puffs last time. I was trying to be different. Okay.
I know. You got a thing. Man, why are you so angry?
Because that's a good plan. And no, I'm not gonna choose the critters. That's lame. Nobody wants that. No, it's
who thinks of this?
Yeah, it's like bottom of the $5 DVD bin at Walmart garbage.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I'm not going to choose the Tremors monsters. Besides the guy from, what's that, Kevin Bacon? Yeah, Kevin Bacon's in that movie.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Those guys don't multiply. I picked one guy that multiplies. So it's, if it still fits in line. Who do you got? Number 6, Greg. Number 6.
You know what? I'm just going for it. I have a large destructive team. I'm just going to continue that trend. And I'm going to go somewhere far, far away. I'm going to go to a galaxy.
Oh gosh.
I'm taking a Rancor, bro.
Of all, you picked the Rancor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rancor.
Who's handling this Rancor?
Boba Fett's driving it, so it's good. I'm gonna take Boba Fett with me. Yep. After that Gremlins debacle, this is he's his handler. You know, he's got to make sure he gets there safe. So
no rules, bro.
No rules.
All right. Listen, I love the Rancor. I think the Rancor stole the movie in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, so good.
I mean, so great. And then when Luke does away with him, and then you have his handler just crying because of it.
Very funny.
So
that guy's got a funny hat.
All right. You are not once are you going to expect who I picked for my final pick for my monster team. Not once at all. Because he's coming in from the distance. Who is that? That's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane! I'm picking The Undertaker's brother.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
The big red monster.
Well, why did you just take The Undertaker? This is stupid. Nobody was.
Because he's a monster. The Undertaker's a good man. He's a force for good. But I had to pick the monster. The one who set fire to The Undertaker's house. The one who's tormented him his entire career. His brother. I just kicked the microphone. Did you see that? Mark that off on your bingo card. It's Kane. Listen, Kane was designed to be a Michael Myers-esque villain, right? He was that original version of Kane. I'm not talking about corporate Kane. I'm not talking about talking Kane, comedy Kane. I'm not talking about any other version of Kane except for that one version when he first debuted with that red leather mask and just did this the entire time and was psycho.
I'm floored that you took Kane. You had the Brothers of Destruction, and you're like, oh yeah, let me take the guy in the suit. Like you took no. You took Marty Jannetty. Nobody likes Kane.
Oh no, I love
Kane. Is lame.
Listen, from the moment Kane started talking onward, I'm done with him. Okay, like I'm done with him. But that initial debut of Kane, okay, on In Your House, House. In that, and I'm just telling you, that version of Kane's so fun and just like not talking, not doing it, just literally like a serial, like a slasher movie type. I love that. I mean, and so if I had to pick my monsters, I'm going to be honest with you, Greg. When I started off this whole thing and we were saying we're going to do a monster draft, Kane was already on that list. It wasn't a bonus thought or nothing. He was on that list because when you think of monsters, who better than the Big Red Machine? I love it. It's pro wrestling. It's pro wrestling.
Listen.
It's the supernatural.
Listen.
It's the slasher monster.
I am more stuck on the fact that you said the Undertaker was a force of good.
Yes.
When?
Always. Are you kidding
me? Are we talking
me?
about like when he abducted Stephanie and when he put her on a crucifix? Like, are we talking about that?
Not a crucifix. It is an Undertaker symbol.
Like a force of good.
I had to explain all to all my youth group
friends. If you said that biker Undertaker was a force for good, sure, I'll take American Badass, but not demonic Undertaker. He had a devil beard.
Listen, he was for a good chunk of his career a force for good.
I like this. Okay. This spin. You and your gremlins go hang out in the Hudson River.
I'm just telling you right now, because then you got to keep Kane away from Frankenstein. Frankenstein's afraid of fire.
Can I tell you? So you gotta keep them... I have a Kane story.
Please tell me your Kane story.
So Kim and I were at Madison Square Garden for the Monday Night Raw when they decided that unmasking Kane was a great idea.
Oh,
and when he had that
so sad.
Mask with the hair stapled to it, then he took the mask off and he had this patchy buzz job, and it was like, oh,
the worst.
This was not thought out very well.
This was so. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, I was on board with Kane until he started talking, and then when he started talking, like, I was out. Like, any use of Kane on a comedy basis or like any of that stuff, I was out. When he was just bald, psycho, ice cream man, Kane, like I was out too. Like, I just
were you
could
fan
not.
of Kane being tag team champions with X-Pac?
No.
Okay.
Anytime he was talking, so the minute that he started talking. Out.
I think
that's like. Can you imagine Michael Myers talking?
No. I mean,
No.
Are we talking about the monster or the comedian?
Yeah, both.
Okay. Well, I think
right.
Kane had such a big drop. It was like, because like he's in your mind, you're Kane, right? That you're talking about.
Yeah.
Great, but I feel like that was only like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and then after that it was all right. This is stand up Kane. He's gonna be doing comedy hour.
And here's the thing, I'm like that with certain wrestlers because like certain wrestlers, as soon as they hit a different shift in their gimmick, like I was out on them. Same thing with the Undertaker. I love the Undertaker. Okay, and then there is that gap. Yes, when he was the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker, I'm like, I'm not about that guy. I want the Western Undertaker. I want the guy
purple
from
gloves and the Phantom of the Opera mask. Sign me up for that.
Yes, give me Phantom of the Opera.
So good.
Okay, so to recap, my team is Frankenstein's monster, Godzilla, the king of the monsters, Vigo, the Carpathian, Beetlejuice, Stripe from the Gremlins, and the big red monster, Kane. Come on, Hall of Fame.
I think you got to work on your Vigo the Carpathian. You sound like you should be selling me cannolis.
No, that was Janosch. Janosch. He is Vigo.
From the Upper West Side. Got it.
From the other, he comes with that team, by the way.
No,
If
you don't get a manager. Jimmy Hart does not come.
If Boba Fett comes to the Rancor, then I pick Janosch to come.
I get Janosch. I get Paul Bearer. I get Mankind. I get all Kane's buddies.
Oh yes. What's your team?
We got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, Super Shredder from The Secret of the... Do I technically get Oz and Super Shredder then? And I get...
You pick Shredder, not Kevin Nash.
Animal from The Muppets, Mr. Oogie Boogie, and a Rancor that is being handled by Boba Fett. Missile included. He can help blow up the city.
Missile included. He gets one. It's one missile.
That's it.
Great teams. Both great teams.
You have
absolutely
you got
wonderful.
Some honorable mentions.
I do. Do you have some?
No. My question before I let you go with honorable mentions is your honorable mentions list the same length as your 6 monsters? Because I feel like I should limit you to maybe 2.
Okay, technically, my honorable mentions list was 4, but you already took Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, so now I have only 3.
All right, I'll give you 3. You can do 3. Go ahead, Wayne. What are your honorable mentions? Your honorable monster mentions.
My honorable monster mentions are as follows. Number 1, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Gillman, specifically from Monster Squad. And so I love that version of the creature, and so I'm going with him. Number 2, the last 2 are kind of comedy pieces. Number 2 was Dracula from Hotel Transylvania.
Blah, blah, blah.
We do not go blah, blah, blah.
Give me Sandler as a vampire all day.
He is so serious. He is legit serious about his monstering. He hates humans. He wants to see an end to them. And he also has a lovely vacation spot for all of the team. So Dracula from Hotel Transylvania is it. And then honestly, this guy almost made it. He almost made it because he is the top scarer of them all. I almost picked Sully from Monsters Inc.
I'm so glad because he was on my list and I was going to make a joke in the beginning. I'm like, all right, this is done. I'm just taking the cast of Monsters University.
But, I mean, he's the top scarer.
No,
so
that's a good move. Yeah.
Who was on yours?
I only had 2. I had Beetlejuice on mine, but then you stole him. And I didn't think to go the route of Gremlins, so you stole them. So my backups was, I had referenced him on an earlier Halloween episode, but he really wasn't destructive that much. But the Summerween Trickster from Gravity Falls is he is a monster made up of loser candy, and I just love it. And
loser candy, I love it.
My other pick was Sweetums from the Muppets. So I had 2 Muppets available for draft, and
where am I going? I love them. You kind of remind me of Sweetums.
You think so?
You got that hair.
Oh,
you
okay.
That thing. He's good. He's a nice guy.
Cool.
His name's Sweetums. You know?
Yeah, no, he's a thanks, bud. I appreciate that. You know, same
Hey,
beard
listen,
and stuff.
We're all about affirmations here because next time we get together, we're talking gratitude. We're moving into the Thanksgiving season, Greg,
Okay.
and we're hitting the gratitude era. And so we're gonna come back with that, all things thankfulness and all that. But how did we fare? Do you guys, did you like our monsters? Did you like our picks? Did you like our squads? What about our out of left field picks? Are you disappointed that we picked Kane or Animal from the Muppets or anybody like that? Let us know. Drop us a line, flipcityghostbusters@gmail.com. Hit us up on all socials. You know what? I honestly can't wait for the graphic. I can't wait for the graphic displaying our teams.
Yeah, right.
Because that's really where we're going to see like that whole thing put together and be like, yeah, this team, they go well together. But I can't wait. Can you?
No, it's going to be awesome. I can't. I'm looking very forward to it.
Oh, you know what we should have done? I'm just saying, before I go to the closing, you know what we should have picked? We should have also drafted the good guy who is going to defend the city. Like who would be the monster hunter to defend the city. But I think that you and I would just be fighting over the Ghostbusters. And so
yeah, probably.
So we'd have to like pick squads then. Well, hey, you know what? Refer back to our Ghostbusters draft, and there you go. That would be the team that would defend.
Nice partner episode right there.
I like it. They go together. It's called synergy.
Yeah,
Greg.
right.
Where can everybody find you on social?
You can give me a follow on the gram at Greg Goslin, and follow us all on all the socials at Flip City Ghostbusters.
Find the podcast on all platforms. You could also just look up flipcityghostbusters.com and get the link directly to there. Flip City Podcast is a Radio Wayne media production. And gotta say, a special thanks to the ghost with the most, our editor, Stephen Orr. Stephen, good luck with this one. And we love and appreciate you. If you need an editor for your podcast, hit up Stephen. And on all social platforms, Stephen with 2 E's or with 2 R's. And it's kind of like that double J spelling. STEEVE.
Are we going to have like the real Stephen Orr and then Stephen Orr? Like there's going to be 2, like the real double J? Wasn't that a story?
Now we're going really meta.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Possible.
All right.
Well, that's it for spooky season, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us for this trio of terror. Until next time, see you on the other side, Greg.
All right, party on, Wayne.